Previous video was about surface wave and space wave. Surface waves suffer from many disturbances and will not be used for long-range communication. Space waves are used for aircrafts in line of sight range. So, sky waves are used for long-range communication. Sky waves reflects or refracts back towards the Earth's surface from an ionosphere. So, study of ionosphere is necessary to understand sky wave propagation. Earth is surrounded by different layers of atmosphere. An ionosphere is one of the layers of atmosphere which extends upward from an altitude of 60 kilometers to limits of atmosphere. In this part of the atmosphere, pressures are very low and gaseous atoms are widely dispersed. Incoming solar radiation interacts with these atoms, raising their energy levels, and it forms electrical charged particles known as ions. As the sun sets, these particles start to lose their energy until sunrise the following morning. This fluctuation in ionization gives rise to electrical turbulence which occurs during dawn and dusk, and it creates disturbance in navigation and communication systems using ionosphere. Ionization levels will increase when solar radiation increases, like during daytime, in summer season, or at lower latitudes. Ionization is low during night time, winter season, or at higher latitudes. Increase in ionization level will cause decrease in ionospheric level. Solar flares also gives rise to extremely high ionization levels, and it causes disturbance of space-based communication and navigation systems. Ionization is most intense at the center of the layer, decreasing towards lower and upper edges of the layers. As altitude increases, air density decreases. So at higher altitude, very few air molecules are present to absorb solar radiation. So maximum solar radiation is transferred to next lower layer. Air molecules are moderate in this layer, so solar energy is absorbed by most of the molecules. Remaining solar energy is passed on to the next lower layer where air molecules are more but solar radiation is comparatively low, causing less ionization. Ionosphere is divided into D, E, F1 and F2 layers. During the daytime, all these layers are present due to high level of ionization. But during night time, D layer diffuses, E layer increases in altitude since less ionization is there. F1 and F2 will combine to form F layer. If radio wave travels across the layer at right angle, it will be retarded but will maintain a straight path. If radio wave penetrates the layer at an angle, it will be refracted away from normal, but it won't reach the Earth's surface. So, if radio wave refracts to the Earth before it reaches the center of the layer, then it will continue to refract. And this is total internal refraction. It is called as first sky wave. From vertical at transmitter, the angle at which first sky wave occurs is known as critical angle. Distance from transmitter to the point where first returning sky wave reaches at the Earth's surface is skip distance. There are some surface waves also present in LF and MF bands. So from the point where surface wave is totally attenuated to the point where first returning sky wave will reach the Earth's surface, in between this there is no detectable signal. This is known as dead space. This amount of refraction experienced by radio wave is dependent on two factors. One is frequency and other is level of ionization. If frequency is constant and ionization increases, then refractive index also increases. This means refraction will take place at smaller critical angle. So, skip distance and dead space will decrease. On the other hand, decrease in ionization will result in increasing critical angle. So skip distance and dead space also increases. If ionization is constant and frequency is increased, it means energy of the radio wave is higher, so refraction will be lower. It means refraction will take place at high critical angle, so it will increase the skip distance as well as dead space. We also know that increase in frequency will cause reduction in surface range, so dead space increases because of these two reasons. On the other hand, decrease in frequency will decrease the critical angle, so skip distance and dead space also decreases. Height of the layers also affects the skip distance. So as altitude of layer increases, skip distance increases. So greater ranges are experienced by refraction at F layer than the E layer. I hope you liked the video. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much.